So I am the only one who has drugs to tour this country. And I want to say that President Museveni, kindly it's time. Because I have nothing against you. I have nothing against you. It is me to come and repair any damage you have what? Caused.
Yes, a few days back, the Secretary General of FDC, NANDALA MAFABI, came out to announce that he will be running for presidency. I've realized that very many political players are now aiming at the presidency. I think they saw the granite the Zero Boboren brought forth, finding very many experienced MPs like NANDALA MAFABI, who had been in Parliament for 25 years, and he became a force to reckon with. So they think they can replicate the same thing. But the ambition for NANDALA MAFABI has two main things I would want to look at if we were to either reduce General Museveni's traction in the eastern, or if General Museveni is using him to scatter the opposition so that he can return onto power. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the NANDALA MAFABI's ambition of becoming president and running for president, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the sedimentary we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to tell you that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagari. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, NANDALA MAFABI has shown interest in running for presidency. I think they are contesting between Amuriat and NANDALA MAFABI. But I think there are more chances for NANDALA MAFABI to run, because he seems to be having a lot of money than Amuriat. He seems to be having a lot of more experience in parliament and leadership. But the running of NANDALA MAFABI has some effects which I would want to tackle in this video, so that you can also see the pros and cons of him running for the presidency. Remember, right now the FDC leadership has some taint, because we all know Kizza Besigye revealed that they got dirty money from General Kaguta Museveni, and this is how things start. You remember when the DP used to accuse Mao of robbing with Museveni for a long period of time. They were in fightings. They used to attack Mao, and Mao used to deny until he entered government. So if such rumors happen, you must take it. You must think twice, because evidence came out to say that the money which was brought to Besigye came from Bank of Uganda straight, and it was dirty money. It's the reason why FDC disintegrated. Now we have PFF. First of all, FDC is now in a sorry state. Members of, I think it had 30 something members of parliament. Some of them have gone with PFF. Okay, so it will be entering the race in unprivileged position. So before I tell you the pros and cons and what I think about NANDALA MAFABI's presidency, I want to play a tape when NANDALA MAFABI was expressing interest and ready to run for the presidency come 2026. Here's the tape.
If I had gone to Budadiri West this time, I would get 99.9%. That shows I have no hatred. I love everybody. I love this country. I have worked for it when I was still young, because I worked in the Ministry of Finance up to the top of the rank of a commissioner. From there, I went and worked for the whole world. I was in the World Bank. I left there. I joined politics. I have never left the country. So I am the only one who has drugs to tour this country. And I want to say that President Museveni, kindly it's time. Because I have nothing against you. I have nothing against you. It is me to come and repair any damage you have what? Caused. I have understood members asking for time. Now I know why they're asking that time up, because they know if you give me an opportunity, I will say it all. So I'm going to preserve that for tomorrow. But as you go back, my colleagues, You are now my agents that go and tell everybody out there that NANDALA is the best for this country. Of course, when I say NANDALA, there is Mafabi, there is James, there is Nathan. Where there is no way, God will always create it. And I want to tell you, Musa or Moses, in the Bible, in the Quran, you remember when he was removing the children of Israel, he reached at the lake, at the Red Sea. They say, where are we going? And they told him, hit that stick, that was God, and the path was created, and the people crossed. It is time, God is saying, where there is no way, God is going to create a way for you, all over to December, and the great country. I know you cannot introduce everybody. Whoever I've left out, I've not done it deliberately. Just forgive me. I love you all. I love you all. All members of working committee, I love you. All members of NEC, I love you. All members of National Council, I love you. All members of National Delegates Conference, I love you. All people of Uganda, I love you. God be with you. God be with you. One Uganda. One people. NANDALA is the only person now to trust in this country. God be with you.
That is NANDALA MAFABI. First of all, I keep on telling people that many of our political parties, they get tractions based on the presidential candidate they get. If a presidential candidate comes from a certain region, there's higher chances of getting many votes from where he comes from. When Amuriat ran for the presidency, the majority of the votes, because he got like 300,000 something votes, almost 70% came from the third Teso sub-region, although he didn't win the Teso sub-region. So NANDALA MAFABI to run for the presidency, they are more likely that he will get support from the lower, further eastern. But remember, there are cons of NANDALA MAFABI running for presidency. One, in order to defeat the dictatorship, if every person running for the presidency can lock out his home area where he comes from so that they deny Genome 7 a vote, it can be an advantage. Because in history, even when Moi was being defeated, first of all, people used to run for the presidency, but they would lock out each and every place where Moi would get the presidency, and Moi would win by a mere 32%. Okay? It reached a time when the entire country does not like Moi except where he came from. Okay, so if NANDALA MAFABI can lock away those Bugisu sub-region, Sironko, Mbale, etc., it is a plus because those regions voted for Museveni at a tune almost 65%. That is the truth. Even a majority representation is from within NRM. The only bad thing that can arise is when he runs for the presidency and he fails to deliver the votes from the further eastern. It will look as if he's playing along with the dictator. It is the same reason why, even when Besigye came out to say that FDC got the dirty money, it looks right. Because despite Amuriat running for the presidency, the Teso sub-region was won by General Kaguta Museveni. I think Amuriat spent a lot of time moving across the country other than putting a lot of energy where he had the advantage. So if you run for the presidency, yet you fail to bring your stronghold in the opposition, it is a mistake. Truth be told, right now, NANDALA MAFABI doesn't have attraction across the country, or does not even attract a lot of support from the opposition. The only assignment to my side, if he can bring the Bugisu sub-region vote, which voted for General Kaguta Museveni, which has a lot of representation with the NRM, then it is a plus. By that way, we reduce the numbers of parliament for NRM, but also reduce on the votes of General Kaguta Museveni. Because I'm rest assured, Bugisu sub-region was run by General Kaguta Museveni. The second person was NANDALA MAFABI. Was Bobi Wine. So if NANDALA MAFABI is to run, if he fails to win the Bugisu sub-region and they only divide the opposition vote between Bobi Wine and and him, it will be a sign of him fighting the opposition. But if he can win the vote so that General Museveni can be closed out of the Far Eastern, then it is a plus. Okay? But truth be said, NANDALA MAFABI won't make a lot of change in the presidential vote. Right now, the front runner is BOBI WINE. The only assignment he has as NANDALA MAFABI is to bring the Bugisu vote. If he can do that, it's good for me. If he fails, it will be a burden to the opposition. That's the truth. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make once by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on the YouTube channel, employ to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace. When the time comes and a request for your support, I will see you on another one. Peace.
Nange benjagala obulungi.